Hi, we're He Sent, She Sent. I'm Tracy.
And I'm Shane.
If you're new here, we're so glad you found us.
And if you're back, welcome back.
Let's talk fragrance.
She sent sunshine. Two noses, one love, fragrance divine.
Okay, so in today's video, we will be reviewing two new releases by Snif. It's their newer releases. I know they recently released another one called Me. So we don't have that one as yet, but these are their two newer releases. Before we jump in, don't forget to subscribe for more fragrance reviews and recommendations.
And hit the bell so you never miss a scent.
All right, let's get into it.
Yep.
Okay, so these two fragrances, I think they were both released last year, so 2024, and we ordered them since November. However, Canada Post was on strike, so we only finally received it last month, so January. We've had both of them for about a month. I've worn them a lot of times. Shane not so often.
This is almost
it's not his. They're not his things, but
yeah.
He'll give his 2 cents.
This is almost like a first impression for me.
Yes.
Kind of like, so.
Well, when we first received them, and I sprayed them, you're like, but you can't smell anything. Yeah, anyways, before we get into it,
no recollection of it, so
let's go over them. Okay, so we only got them in the travel sizes. So this one is Honey Sweet. So this is the packaging that the travel size comes in. It's very nice. And here it is.
Nice and slick.
Yes, I like it. Yes. It smells really nice out of the bottle, like off, off of the cap, just like that. Yeah. Okay. Now, Honey Sweet. Oh, nice.
Nice.
Wow, very nice and strong.
Very, very strong.
Before we talk about our experience, let's talk about the notes. So we're going to get the notes right off of Snif's website. So crystallized honey, broom absolute, lavender flower, saffron, incense, Havana wood, cedar wood, and vanilla bourbon. Okay, so it's primarily supposed to be a honey fragrance. I don't get honey. I don't pick up any honey at all. For me, but then again, with fragrances that says honey, what I usually compare to is the Gourmand tobacco honey, because the honey in that is so realistic, and I couldn't find any honey in this. I do get the it's very, there's a little bit of sweetness to it, but it's not very sweet. It's mostly like woody and a bit green.
You know what that reminds me of? What? Just came to me. I remember years ago when my sisters and them had kids and stuff. That remind me of the Johnson & Johnson's baby powder.
Johnson & Johnson's baby powder.
That's what
so you smell it powdery to you?
Very powdery.
To me, it's woody and
very powdery.
You do get some of the incense and floral, but I don't get any honey.
Yeah, me too. I don't get any honey.
But it says crystallized honey, so I don't know if that gives a different smell than honey. I don't know, if there's a difference in the two, like raw honey and crystallized honey. That I don't know. So maybe that's why it's not such a strong honey smell. But I do like it. My first impressions when I got it out of the mailbox was I really like it. You know what? I want a full size. But after wearing it a little more, I wasn't as, because you know what, it dries down a little bit too woody, I find, and it almost becomes a little masculine. So like, I think it's a unisex fragrance. What do you say?
I think it's unisex too, but I don't get any honey or all of that. For me, it's just very powdery to my nose. It's that Johnson & Johnson's baby powder. That's what you're getting. Me of it. So
It's
yeah,
it's
I don't know
woody.
how it would dry down since it's my first time I been smelling it, but
It's like you get the honey as it starts to dry down a bit, but it's
mhm.
so faint. You almost have to really try to sniff it out.
Yeah. And the name is
But
what?
honey sweet.
Honey
So
sweet.
I
So
would
you would
imagine as soon as I
expect it,
spray that, I
yeah,
would get
get
a burst of
honey,
honey in my face.
but nothing
But
like that.
that's not what happened.
So if you
No.
think you like honey and you think you're gonna, oh, well, this says honey sweet and you, oh, this is supposed to smell so much honey and you're gonna get it, you won't get that
Mhm.
in that one. So
I think it's perfect for
okay.
fall season, and I think that's when it came out. Or did it came out the end of summer of last year? I can't remember. But the dry down, sorry, uh the the longevity.
Hmm.
I don't even remember because it's one of those, have you ever sprayed perfumes, you spray them on and you completely forgot about that you
Yeah,
even
that you
sprayed it
even put
on
it, yeah.
because
It's
it
one of
just went
those.
away so quickly,
Mm,
and I kept forgetting that I was actually wearing it.
yeah.
But I do remember there was like once or twice where I sprayed it, so I was testing it, and after I would say a good maybe 3 4 hours. And I was like, oh, something smells really nice. And that was the very first time I sprayed it. And I was like, oh, I might have to get a full bottle.
Mhm.
But then the other times that I wore it, I wasn't as impressed as that very first time.
Mm,
So for this one, I think for me, it would be just stay as a sample. But again, that could change. But for right now, like after about a month of having it, and I've worn it to the gym, I've worn it to run errands, I've worn it to bed, I've worn it around the house. And it's nothing that is memorable.
mm,
Like it's not something that I think, yeah, you gotta add it to your collection, or that I even want it in mine.
mm.
Um
Well, you know how I think, straight off the bat, for me, it's not a perfume
mhm.
because you don't want to you put on a perfume in your bedroom and before you even leave the house, you don't smell
It's
anything.
very woodsy and incensey.
Mm.
Here, smell it.
I still just get so much powder, but
And
I
it
do get
doesn't
I do get
and
that
it doesn't
woody,
project, because every time I sprayed it on and I would come to him and he's like,
like
he
a little
smells
more in
nothing.
depth. Yeah, if I go more in depth, I do get that woodiness
Hmm.
to it, but that opening for me is still lasts with that powder.
It's
But
like,
again, if it
mhm.
doesn't last, if it doesn't project, if it to me it doesn't meet the requirements
It's,
of a
yeah, for you. Your
perfume for me,
standards are
my
pretty high.
standard. So
Mine not so
that's
high,
how I
but
feel.
your standards I know is pretty
Yeah,
high for the
yeah,
perfumes that he will add to his collection. Hence why my collection is much larger,
mm-hmm.
because I go, okay, I can make it work. He's like, no, no, no. I cannot smell it from
Well,
across the room. No, thank you. It does
well,
not come in a
there, there,
hundred
there,
mil. No, thank you. Forget it.
there
Don't
has
want
to be
it.
a certain standards. Yeah,
Yes, yes.
I don't like the small bottles, and I don't like perfumes
That are weak. He
that are
likes
weak.
beast
You
mode.
gotta be mm, most likely beast mode, but you can be even if less, but at least you gotta project. You gotta last a
Hmm.
couple hours. You just spray it on, and you. I remember was that one of those that you put on and asked me if I smell anything? And I'm like,
I don't know. I often ask you that question
yeah,
when I put on perfume. So
yeah. So yeah, for me it doesn't meet my standards.
yes.
So, but I like the powderness in it because I like that
Hmm.
powdery scent. As I said, what it remind me of. I like that about it. But
It's very like incense and woody, and
mm,
you get a bit floral as well. So those are the three things that I think about it. It's like
but still no
woody,
honey or
incense, and floral.
mm,
Yeah, so that's what I would say.
mm,
So I think for now it will just remain a travel size. It's
mm.
a good amount. I'll wear it and see.
I think that it should stay that
But
way.
yeah, I would give it maybe a 4.
Mm.
How would you rate it?
Because of the powder, I think 4 as well. But
Yeah.
yeah, if it doesn't project and all that, yeah, maybe a 2. To be honest.
Okay. So now let's move on to the other one that we got. And this one was released, I believe, either the end of November. No, the beginning of November. I think it was, or the end of October. Um, so I think they released it, for Thanksgiving and Christmas time. So this one is another travel size, and this one is Naughty Nonna.
Mm.
Naughty Nonna. Again, the packaging is nice. Now, when this one was first released, let me show you the package before I start rambling. This is a really nice presentation for a travel size product. See? So it's like,
nice.
it would have been very giftable if we had received it on time. Okay, so with this one, when I first saw them releasing it, what I thought of, they're probably trying to tap into that market of Killian Angel Share, because you see, like, you know, the rum cake. So I'm guessing it's going to be like rum and these different candies and raisins and things like that. So, but I feel it's a completely different fragrance. So we're gonna spray it on. And while that sits, I'm gonna give you guys the notes. Candied ginger, bits of orange, prune, rum, walnut, and vanilla glaze. That sounds yummy. So it's supposed to be boozy, sugary, and spicy.
Spice I do get.
Yes, it smells perfect. It would have been perfect for the holidays. But the reason that we're still doing the review is we had bought it to do the review, and maybe you can still add it to your collection if you want to.
If you so choose.
And wear it whenever. But it's perfect for the season, like that Thanksgiving, Christmas season. So October, November, December. And it doesn't smell anything like Killian. It's sweet. You can smell like the bits of orange and prune and those little bits of candy. You can smell it. Like when you smell it, the visual just comes in your mind of the cake. You can just smell those little chewy fruits, you know, that's inside. That's what I can smell. And you can smell the ginger. Like, I think it is true to what the description is. Like, you can smell what it says is in there. It smells like a cake.
Yeah, it smells, yeah. But for me, I something is throwing me off here. Like, I probably don't like the combination of the notes, like what it smells like in my nose. Sure, it's a little naughty. I can get a little ginger. I get a little, what you call that? You know, like when you're making the fruitcake, that kind of send all those little fruits in there. But I don't know. I don't like this one. I don't like the combination of the notes, like what it's, you know, giving me. But yeah, to each his own for me with this.
Yeah.
To each his own.
This one, again, I would say is unisex. What would you think?
Yeah, that could pass for unisex. I wouldn't wear it though.
Unisex lean in feminine.
Feminine, a little bit more feminine.
It's unisex. Yeah. It's, as I said, it will be perfect for October, November, December. Would it be something that I would add to my collection? Because of the time of the year, probably not right now. We'll see when fall time comes. I like it. I like that it's sweet and it's foody, but it's not like a realistic cake where you don't want to smell like food, but it still smells really nice. So I would give it maybe a 5.
I'll give it a 3.
You give it a 3?
I don't like
okay,
it.
You don't like it. Okay.
I don't like the combination of the notes, the blend and everything.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't like it very much. But to each his own.
Yes.
Right?
Like Snif fragrances, I've tried a few of their fragrances, and I think there's only one that I ever liked, and it was no, actually 2. I like Vanilla Vice, I think it's called, and Heal the Way. And the others, you know, I find they're, I don't know.
And did you like wear it before? Like
these?
Like what? Yeah.
Yes.
This one. What is it like the projection? Does it last? Does it?
Again, it doesn't last. I couldn't smell it, after a while. But something that I've come to realize, it's not because something you can't smell something, it doesn't mean that it's not in the air.
True.
So for me as the wearer,
Mhm.
I couldn't smell it. Again, it was something that I completely forgot about. Usually when I'm testing fragrance, I'm always mindful that I'm testing a fragrance, so pay attention, to when I stop smelling it and all of that.
Yeah.
I completely forgot that I was wearing them, that I never checked in on myself
Right.
to remember the dry down, what it smelled like,
Right.
what it smells like, how long it lasts.
And so you always
Yeah.
will forget, because it's not like one or two times you smell it, like you sniff it a little on you close to the skin. If you get nothing, you're not gonna remember
And
you're wearing anything.
and
so.
they're also not fragrances that, out of like, from first sprays that's like, oh my gosh, like mind blowing.
Yeah, the opening.
So it's easy to forget, I would say, but I do like, out of the two, the first time I smelled both of them, I really liked Honey Sweet. But after a while, I was like, I don't know, it's a little bit too woody, and it
Yeah, Honey
started to
Sweet
change
I
a little
like.
bit. And I'm the opposite. I like Naughty Nonna better.
See that? Honestly, I can tolerate, but this
Yeah.
one, yeah, no, definitely not.
Okay. Well, that's our 2 cents
That's
right
all
there.
2 cents right there.
Okay, so that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching.
And if you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, drop a comment below. Let us know if you've tried these 2 perfumes before. What are your thoughts on them?
And let us know what fragrance we should review next.
Until
next time, stay scented.
Stay scented, share the vibe. Hit subscribe and join the tribe. Smelling good, it's what we do. We'll be back with more for you.